So, you're in the market to buy a Rainbow. Congratulations! But, should you buy the $4,000 Rainbow SRX, or should you save a couple thousand bucks and buy a $400 Rainbow E-Series? In today's video, we're going to find out. Stick around. A quick overview of each machine. Rainbows use the same principle from one another. The idea is you fill this water pan, this is called a water pan, not a tank, despite what a lot of people say. This is your water pan, and you fill it to the button at the bottom. That's your max. Don't go over it unless you're using it as an air purifier, and only fill it to about the top of your nail on your pointer finger. You slip that underneath, close it, and then you can fire it up. So since the SRX is running, let's discuss the modes and features. Rainbows, they can be used as air purifiers, and we'll discuss that later in the video. You can use them as an air purifier, which uses a principle called air washing, which is based on how rain works. When you wash the air, this simulates rain. Not as well as a Rainmate, which I don't have anymore because I gave all of mine away. Tells you what I think of them. Anyways, we're going to start with the Rainbow SRX, since it's already running. Rainbows are pretty good air purifiers. They're two-stage, which means you have this water which will capture most of the stuff, and then you have an H13 filter in the back. Now, this thing's pretty quiet, and it has 4 modes. We're currently in air purifier mode, but you have air wash, gentle vacuum, and full vacuum. And you have a timer. So let's say you're going to go shopping, you can actually set your timer. This goes from 30 minutes to 60 minutes to 90 minutes. But I'll just be honest here. Should you do that to a $4,000 vacuum? Why not a $400 vacuum? Let's discuss how this one sounds. This Rainbow's fairly loud, if I haven't mentioned it already, right? Now listen to this one in air purifier mode. Little bit louder, not much. Well, in vacuum mode, it's a little quieter. And honestly, it sounds better. Now, I don't like the idea of running up thousands and thousands of hours on a very nice vacuum. I really don't. If you're in the market for an air purifier, get an air purifier. My Orc that's running in the background, it's like right beside the camera and you can't hear it at all. Like, you can't. It's so quiet, and it has more airflow than this on low than this one on low. But let's say you're buying a Rainbow because you need multi-purpose. You don't have room like I do. That's fine. So, what's the difference between an E-Series and an SRX? Let's do the bench testing. And on to the pros and cons. So if you're new to my channel, we use a working vacuum gauge. How this works is we have a little hole here, and this just attaches to 1.25" fittings or a central vac outlet. This gauge measures 2 variables. You measure your working vacuum and your seal. The closer these 2 numbers are together, the better the airflow is of a machine. Let's grab the Rainbow here, the SRX. And let's see how much seal and working we get. So we're up to speed. So we're reading about 52 inches sealed and about 20 working. This is not looking good. Let's compare it to the E series. This is an E. So we're reading about 64 inches sealed and a little more airflow at 22. This means the Rainbow E series has more airflow and suction. This means it's going to do better when it comes to cleaning performance. Again, I'm not a fan of this. This is bad. 50 inches sealed. That's it? Come on. In fact, I can do better than that. Shall I do better? Yeah, I can hit damn near 160. I can actually peg the gauge with no issue. This thing struggles to do 50. But does that mean it's good at cleaning? Let's find out. Okay. So, the dirt we're going to be using is genuine dirt. This is coming from my central vac. So we've got cornflakes, some hair, some sand, and some toothpicks and screws. I don't need the screws in there. That won't flush down the toilet. It's important to note, whatever you're putting in your rainbow is going to go down the toilet. So be careful. Alright, let's spread this stuff around. My nasal passages already hate me. Rub this in good. Even got a needle. Lovely. Oh, the rainbow better pick this up or I'm gonna get an STD. Okay, let's turn them on. How they do. So you may have noticed something. The E2 has a very narrow path in comparison to the SRX. If this bothers you, you can just purchase one of these heads. Shoot. You can just purchase one of these heads and you can just snap it right on with the same connector. The new rainbow accessories are better than the old one. But before I clean the rest of this up, let's investigate. I'm going to walk across this. Wow. Pretty much nothing left. SRX. Oh yeah, there's quite a bit of stuff left. Let's clean the rest of this up. Let's see. Oh! Interesting. Can't wait to see the E-Series head. Oh, that's bad. Oh, that's really bad. Oh. Again, this is an extreme task. Wow. This is really bad. Spare belt. Let's see the E-Series head. Same thing. Not as bad, but still fairly bad. Interesting. Well, let's grab the head I would recommend. Okay, so let's say yours doesn't come with a power head. What can you do about it? Back on my shorts videos, I've actually used this very head when I didn't have the SRX head. So we'll just plug this in. Now you're going to lose your button control, but this has a fan built into it, which means we're moving a lot more air. I'm sure you can already hear it, but we are picking up quite a bit now. That's not nice. Lose a little bit, not very much this way. Look. This looks nice, beautiful. Gorgeous. And also this head's cordless, so you don't need a vacuum with a power head. If it's a canister, like let's say you have a Bissell thing and you for some reason like your Bissell and you want a power head, this $500 nozzle is pretty good. I'm going to start with the E2. And these tanks will get fairly gross over time. It's just what these do. You gotta clean them once in a while. So, I'm gonna fill this with cold water. Just regular tap water is fine. 3, 2, 1. And as you can see, we are just to the top of that button. There's a little button here. Just want to fill it to the top of that. And now the SRX. And now the SRX is full. As you can see, same idea. We're just filling it to the button. That's all you need. It could also end disastrously, but let's ignore that. We're gonna test it with the nozzle on. However, you should not be doing that. Instead, what you should be doing is you should be taking your wand and you should grab your included part 4 nozzle. Let's compare. We have some pretty interesting results. The SRX might have a clogged filter now, but the E2 doesn't have as wide of a cleaning path. Let's talk about pros and cons with owning a Rainbow. I'm going to start with the pros. Pro 1, they're very easy to operate. Simply turn on a switch. It's bagless, but it still has a filter media. It doesn't just rely on cyclonics. You can use them as a blower. That can go pull off something. Maybe blow a leaf out of your house or whatever. This has quite a bit of airflow. It's by no means as powerful as Miele. Miele's my favorite brand. Rainbow's my second favorite because of how unique it is. Thirdly, if you buy them new, you're going to get a very good warranty. Rainbow might have the very best warranty in the business. If anything goes wrong with your unit, they will happily help you. You just talk to your local dealers. They usually carry parts for every Rainbow. Down to the E1. The E2s and stuff, yes, you can still get parts for them. They're a little limited. The SRX, there's plenty of parts. Pro 3, they use 1.25" fittings, meaning that if you can't find a rainbow accessory, you can go to a local vacuum shop and you can find straight suction tools. You may not be able to get an electric tool, but that's okay. You can just get turbo tools. They're probably fine for upholstery. Pro 4, rainbows are good with airflow. The E2 is better than the SRX. They won't beat a Kirby, but they do okay. And Pro 5, they can be used as air purifiers. Now let's go to the cons. Dumping these things are tedious. Con 2, not everything is filtered by water, meaning whatever gets into that separator is going to go straight into the back of that filter, which also means it's going to clog up your rainbow. Not good. Con 3, these things are loud air purifiers. Well, the E2 is. The SRX, not so much. Con 4, these things will build up an odor if you don't clean them. If you don't clean the water regularly, these things will stink. And once they stink, it's almost impossible to get rid of that smell. And Con 5, well, they cost a lot of money. Honestly, if you think that Dyson is the most expensive vacuum you can buy, you're wrong. Rainbow might be it. Remember, this was $2,200 back in 2013. This was $4,000 when I bought it, and prices have gone up. This is all in Canadian dollars. However, it still stands. This is a very expensive vacuum. But Rainbow doesn't call it a vacuum. They call it an air purifier. So, if you're looking for an air purifier, vacuum combo, carpet shampooer, they're okay at shampooing carpets. They don't have the suction and airflow that you really need. And, like, if you're looking for a rainbow, you can get one. I would recommend an E-Series. Because before you make the mistake of buying an SRX, if you don't like rainbow, you lose $400 instead of $4,000. Some dealerships will let you return them within 30 days, some will let you return them within 24 hours. And then you are bound to that deal. Which, in my opinion, just avoid the SRX if you can't afford it. Save your pennies, get an E2. This is an amazing unit. There's no tools to change the filter. Oh, well, you need a flathead screwdriver, but there's just a little 2 clips at the bottom. You just stick your flathead screwdriver up there, pry them off, and off it goes. So, if you enjoyed this video, be sure to like and subscribe for more future content. I may revisit this, maybe in a year. We'll see which one did better. Which one holds up better. Because longevity is key. And I just got this a few weeks ago. Now I'm going to clean this up. And I'm going to get to editing this. Until next time.